discussion with others, and often I've said conflicts, resentment, disconnect
Yeah.
are often bids for love and connection gone south or sour or unacknowledged. And so
Hmm.
this kind of awareness of what's going on for people is really useful, right? To step up and be able to feel or see or observe something.
Yeah.
And so that same scenario of like, dude, today's a day I don't want, my wife is just not going to cook. Let me offer, we're going to order food because you can tell like, what's going on here, right? Um, the question that you brought up, I think for men, this idea of vulnerability can be sometimes synonymous with weakness,
Yeah.
or it's just not manly. And sometimes I'll try to tell men to reframe the concept of vulnerability with the very definition of it, of what it is, which is, well, try just being more honest about where you're at, what you're
Hmm.
feeling, right? And so by being more honest about where you're at, that's can lead you to wanting to express yourself more or vent more, because it's true that men will often be asked, they're having a horrible day, it's, how you doing, honey, how's everything, everything's fine, nothing to talk about here, right? Let's just
Mm.
keep going, and we keep it in. Versus, why not vent it out? Well, it's like, well, I don't want to vent to my wife. I don't know. That's not going to make me look good as a man or look like I need something. But subhanAllah, by definition, human being is a creature in need, right? Constantly. And so this is just another avenue that we can harness in our relationships by being more vulnerable, is about being more honest or
Yeah.
expressing where we're at and what we need. And so if that means like, look, I am just having a really crummy day. I don't know if I'm feeling I can tuck in the kids tonight, because that's maybe a routine the person does.
Mm.
Explaining that, right? Having a few moments to just try to gather and explain that. And I think it's important for men to acknowledge that sharing what you need or where you're at with your spouse is not a sign of weakness, and it doesn't necessarily take away your value in her eyes, at least in my opinion.